Over the last several months, it seems like more and more people are pushing back against Disney and Marvel for the direction of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The end of Phase 4, beginning of Phase 5, both disappointments in streaming series and box office flops. People have had enough, and now Marvel is essentially admitting that they have a problem. They have decided that they're going to go full stop on some projects, completely start over from scratch, and one of those things is Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil, which is a reboot, but not really, a kind of continuation from the Netflix series, but no one's exactly sure how much things are going to change. It had massive problems behind the scenes. Multiple times it was delayed for one reason or another, and eventually, after filming about half of the episodes, they decided, hey, we have to stop here. A big report came out that they fired the writers. They're going to scrap everything they have and start from scratch and really try to do this thing right because they know they can't afford any more massive failures. Daredevil hits reset button as Marvel overhauls its entire TV business. Obviously, this sparked a lot of discussion, a lot of speculation about all the bad things that were going on behind the scenes, and some positivity, honestly, that they're at least acknowledging there's a problem. That's no guarantee that this production's going to end up turning out okay, but at least they stopped it and said, all right, let's scrap it and start over from scratch. But one person was very vocal about this, one star of the old Daredevil on Netflix series and the new reboot, and that's Vincent D'Onofrio, who plays Kingpin, who was lauded for his performance in Kingpin in the Netflix series, and people were really questioning what they're going to do to his character. They're going to destroy him. People did not like what they saw of him in the Hawkeye series, but he, of all people, decided to push back a lot on social media, and subsequently, because of that backlash, because of his back and forth with people in the fan base, he said, you know what? I'm just done on social media. He's quitting Twitter, and he's deleted his account already, and also he privated his account over on Instagram. Very strange for a guy like this to have this type of reaction. Daredevil Born Again actor Vincent D'Onofrio deletes X account and privates Instagram following show getting scrapped. And yeah, when you go to his profile on Twitter, it's gone. Now, he probably has deactivated it, right? I don't think he deleted the entire thing, but he is privated as well over on Instagram. Very strange. He, right as the news was breaking, right? This news story that essentially Kevin Feige and everybody, all the executives at Marvel were admitting that this show cannot work the way that it's going, that they have to start from scratch, maybe salvage a couple shots, but basically rework this series from the ground up. And Vincent D'Onofrio got in a back and forth with fans on Twitter and said, you know, I've never been part of any projects where we didn't do a little retooling or something different happen. You know, the creative process can go through a lot of different changes before you get the final product. He said this to someone, unless you really know what's going on, there's a chance you could be wrong about this statement. We're going to bring forward the best series we can, one to be proud of. Have some trust, my friend. Every cool project I've ever been involved in has evolved constantly during pre-production, production, and post. It's just reported on these days as if it's big news. It's not. It's simple. A bunch of creatives doing their best to get it right. It's constant in this business. I wouldn't have it any other way. Frankly, I'd be worried if we settled for less. And you can understand where it's coming from, defending all the people that are part of the project, but at the same time, this is not fucking normal. It's not normal to film 8 episodes of an 18-episode series, take a look at what you filmed and say, no, we're going to start over from scratch. Has it happened before? Yeah, it's happened before. Every once in a while, I'm sure you can find some things out there. Maybe a bad pilot like we saw with Game of Thrones, but half of a season? I don't know. Like, that's not something that happens all the fucking time, even in the entertainment industry. So Vincent D'Onofrio got very sensitive about this entire thing, and eventually he just came out and said, you know what? I think I'm going to be leaving social media. It's just not healthy for me. Following these posts, D'Onofrio announced he would be leaving X. As reported by The Direct, D'Onofrio wrote, so everyone, I'm going to leave X. I'm going to leave very soon. To my amazing loyal followers, you know I've been contemplating this for a long while. He posts a lot. It didn't seem like he had been contemplating going off social media. Today's that day. I leave you for now with much love to you all. Don't think I'm going to be spending any time on any platform. Feeling like leaving Instagram today as well. I'll come back soon or maybe later. I don't know. And then he writes some poem about leaving. It just, like, it seems very interesting that you have this very defensive back and forth about your show that you're working on. This guy was on 3 seasons of a show in Daredevil that people fucking loved. But people are not feeling good about this reboot. One, because it's made by current iteration Disney MCU. Two, because they've heard these changes that are happening. They don't like it. Three, they saw how you were in Hawkeye, and they didn't like that iteration of your character. They're worried they're going to completely and totally destroy your character and the character of Matt Murdock as Daredevil. And people aren't wrong for worrying about those things, especially when reports come out saying that this entire thing's a shit show and that they're starting from scratch. Vincent D'Onofrio could not handle it, apparently. He had his little meltdown, and now it's just completely left social media. We'll see if he ever comes back, and we'll see if they're able to fix this shit show of a series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.